Hello lovelies, happy Thursday to you. Apologies for a little bit of absence. I hope you're all doing well and you're having a magical week. So there's a few things I want to touch on today before I do a collective. And one of those things is this, and it's an alarming thing I've got to say, but I need to say it. You know me, authentic as the day. So myself and another twin flame coach, which is what we're known as, but we're also more than that, we're spiritual life coaches. We've been having a conversation, and there's an alarming amount of people who are dealing with a twin have moved away. The ones who are dealing with a real twin have moved away from the feminines who have found out they were dealing with a karmic or a false twin. And these are people that both me and this person considered friends. What we found is that there is this mentality of, well, if you're not dealing with a true twin, you can't be friends with us anymore. We don't want to be friends with you. You're not good enough for us. You're not worthy. It's almost like Mean Girls. And I'm like, really? And you're talking about unconditional love. You're demonstrating unconditional love. So where is the compassion for those who were your friends? And I'm talking about people who were in my Divine Feminine group as well, I might add, that I created last year. Those people, I left that group ages ago because I had to for family reasons. But a lot of those people in that group haven't once reached out to see how I am, even though they know exactly what's gone on in my life with regards to finding out this situation. And although no one owes you anything, you think that you've got friends in a community. And I've realised, unfortunately, those people are not my friends because they haven't once reached out. Don't get me wrong, others have. There's loads of people that have. There's loads of people that have connected in, and, you know, I'm supporting them as well because we're all going through very, very similar things. And it's like the label keeps people stuck. The label is quite ego-based, I'm afraid to say. And I really don't care if this triggers people, because if it's triggering you, you're attached. Sort out your attachment style. Because ideally, you want to be getting to a place where you're securely attached, not avoidant, dismissive, anxious, whatever you align with and connect with, you know, or resonate with. So yeah, I'm finding that there's a lot of divine feminines who they've almost got this superiority complex about them because they found out they're the ones with a real twin, and people like myself have been dealing with a karmic or someone who just wasn't the man that God had for me, and yet I suddenly am not worthy of your friendship. Okay, but where's the unconditional love in that? Where is the compassion? We're on a journey to ascend, to demonstrate and live and embody unconditional love. How many of you are doing that right now? Ask yourself, how many of you are going out there demonstrating unconditional love, compassion, wherever you go? Because those people who've moved away from the likes of myself and my friend who have found out our journey is very, very different, they were never really friends as far as I'm concerned. I know there's, you know, you're not alignment in that energy anymore. Yeah, I get that, I do. But these are people that I was close to once. And clients as well. Like, I know I've triggered a lot of clients. I've probably lost about 100 followers since I came out of my journey. And you know what? That is fear-based energy. And you got to remember, there are spiritual attacks still going on in the collective as well, right? So while I'm not saying we've all been attacked and that's why we've moved away from the divine masculine, no, I'm not trying to say that. But there is a lot of divide being caused. And this is where you have to use your integrity and drop into your heart space and choose love. And fair enough, if you don't want to be friends with those people anymore, that's fine. But do remember, that's not really unconditional love, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not really unconditional love. To be friends with someone when they're on the journey with you, and then suddenly you find out, rather than reaching out and saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that you've learned that, there is obviously something better for you. literally no compassion whatsoever. And I'm just like, why do I want people like that in my life? And the answer is, I don't need them, don't want them. I wish them well. But, you know, it's hard because you do have to try and be unconditional love, and you do have to be in this space of self-love, yes. But if you know a friend is struggling and you're not reaching out to see how they are because you're triggered by their journey, then have a fucking word with yourself, because you're clearly needed to do more healing than you think. And instead of professing out there going, oh, you know, we know who our divine masculines are, never mind the ones of you that have found out it was a false twin, it's like, that's not love, people. And if any of you feminines are doing that, please have a word with yourself, because that is not love. That is not love. That is ego. And as you can see, I'm quite passionate about this, because people that you think are your friends aren't. Okay? They're not. They're only your friend while you're on the same path. And the minute you step into a journey where you're not in alignment with them anymore, oh no, you can't be friends with us. It's literally like Mean Girls. You can't sit here. It's literally like that. And that's really hurtful. And I'm not showing the hurt that I feel because I've worked through it, but it was painful at first. I thought, why are these people not even bothering to reach out and see how I am when I've done so much for them and when I've done so much for the community? And it's like, yeah, no, I've triggered people. But you know what? There's going to be more of you that find out you were dealing with a false twin. I'll tell you that now, a lot more. And a lot more will be going, oh my God. And you'll probably find you're eating humble pie as well, just so you know. Because this journey humbles the fuck out of you. It gives you ego death after ego death after ego death. It breaks you open so fucking much. You do not know your ass from your elbow when you're on this journey. You do not know your ass from your elbow on this journey. And it's literally the journey to self, the journey to becoming the best version of you. And if you think moving away from people that were friends of yours when they're on the same path as you is becoming the best version of yourself, good luck with that, because it really isn't, in my opinion. And I think in a lot of people's as well. But at the same time, if someone could be moved away from you so easily just because you're on a different journey, then were they friends to begin with? You know? So yeah, I'm in a very sort of, I'm a lot more private than I was, and I'm not letting many people into my life, to be honest. And I'm okay with that. I've got the people I know that I trust. I've got the people who I trust implicitly with my life, and there aren't that many, to be honest, and I'm okay with that. I've got some beautiful clients, followers, soul tribe, soul brothers, soul sisters, and I'm very, very grateful for all of you, so thank you. But yeah, the ones who move away from you were never your friends to begin with. Hate to tell you that, but they weren't. Not if they can move away when you're going through something so fucking brutally painful and they don't even bother to reach out to see how you are. No one owes you anything, let me be clear. But when it's your friends and you've been on the same path for a while, you know, and this is the thing, I think people forget that I've been doing my purpose for 5.5 years. I'm quite ascended. Yes, I've got a lot to still heal. Yes, I've got a lot I still want to accomplish. Yes, I've got a lot of work to do, and I never will say I haven't, but I'm quite ascended. And I can see people for who they really are before they even fucking know. And that's the thing, people underestimate you on this journey all the time. And you know, these people that have moved away, fair play to you if that's what you want. But do understand that that same karma will happen to you at some point, especially when you may need someone. So be aware of that. That's a message to anyone who thinks that they're better just because they're on the real twin flame journey. This is my real journey. I had to go through this as a coach, as a spiritual teacher, as a leader in the movement. I had to go through this and learn, unfortunately, the hard way, because that is what my soul agreed to. And if anybody wishes to dismiss my journey, that's on you. I could be quite rude at this point, but I'm not going to be, because that doesn't get you anywhere. At the end of the day, that is your issue with your experience. This is my experience. I don't have an issue with my experience. It's happening and unfolding the way it's supposed to, and according to God's plan. And when I align with who I'm meant to be with, that will happen according to God's plan. But, you know, when people can be quite dismissive of your journey, do you want those people in your life? And I think you'll find the big fucking answer to that is no, you really don't. You deserve more. So yeah, I've moved away from a lot of people. I don't feel aligned with many people, to be honest. And I'm okay with that. And I know because I'm offering different services, I'm aligning with more and more clients that are choosing to do the healing work and not focus on that person. They are focused on themselves. And that's where we need to be, focused on us. Becoming the best version of us, not worrying about who is our divine masculine. Who the fuck gives a fuck? In the nicest way, who cares? Labels are not important because labels are breeding attachment. Let yourself say this out loud. I release the need for a label. I release the need to pigeonhole myself with one particular label or two particular labels. I release the need to have a label. Why on earth do you want to clash yourself in a label? Why do you want to put yourself into a label and go, oh, that's my association. I associate with that label. No, you're more than a fucking label. You're more than the twin flame journey. You're more than an ascension journey. You are a spiritual being living in a human existence, and you're here to bring heaven onto earth, one person at a time. And the only way to do that is to truly step deeply into your healing and not thinking that you're better than everybody else. I have never thought I'm better than anyone else. I'm very gifted, yes, but I've never thought I'm better than anyone else. I'm just very good at what I do, just like all of you are as well. We're all brilliant at what we do in different ways. We've all got something amazing and unique to offer the world and offer humanity and help humanity grow. And you are not going to help humanity grow by thinking you're better than everybody else and causing divide by saying to feminines who were your friends or treating feminines who were your friends, oh, you can't sit with us because you're not on the journey anymore. How fucking dare you? Respectfully, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? No, that is not how we move in this world. In this new earth, we're all about the love. We're all about dropping into the heart space. We're all about compassion. Where is the compassion? I'll ask the feminines who've moved away from people like myself, where is your compassion for what we've just been dealing with? Crickets. Do you see where I'm coming from with this? It's extremely hurtful to think that people can treat you that way just because your journey is no longer as important as theirs. That is spiritual narcissism. Spiritual narcissism and spiritual bypassing, just so you know. Okay? So, I honour my journey. I honour everything about it. I even honour the person I believe to be my twin flame. Because I respect them because they help me grow. They help me grow and align with the beautiful souls and tribe I have in my life now. And I'm forever grateful to that person. And I'm forever grateful to myself for standing in my power and choosing this journey eons ago through my soul blueprint. And I'm grateful that I can choose unconditional love for the life I have. Yes, there's difficulties. Yes, there's ups and downs, because the ups and downs make you stronger. But we just need to choose love. And those who've moved away from you, they might come back in, they might not, but ultimately this is where boundaries are needing to be set as well. Because if someone is in and out of your life, like pretending to be a friend and then not, you don't need that shit either, to be honest. I've got pins and needles in my right foot. How lovely. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this today. I've sat with it all week, and I've sat with quite a few things all week, and that's why I've been quiet, because, you know, I've been going through my own stuff, like we all have, and it's a case of I'm grateful for it all, the lessons, the blessings, the alignment to soul tribe and soul family, soul clients. You know, we're very, very lucky to do what we do. I need some green juice, excuse me a second. Oh, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna drink that, but anyway. Heart chakra. And yes, I do need to still work on mine, but it's okay, it's a work in progress, and I'm aware of it as well. I'm aware of what I need to do. And loving myself is very important. And this is something that we all need to do on this path. Right, so I'm going to shut the fuck up. We have a new moon in Taurus on Sunday. Anyone who can be near water on Sunday or at the weekend, go and immerse yourself in it. Go and sit or immerse yourself in it. Go and sit in water. Go and stand in water. Go and let go of things no longer serving you in water, because you are needing to create space for the new, okay? All right, let me just see what Spirit has. Attend to the details. Interesting. Interesting. How funny. Step up and lead. While I'm doing this, are you? Feminines, you are the leaders in the movement. Act like it, because you're needed. If you're not doing your purpose, get into it. If you need help in aligning with it, understanding what it is, book a session with me. It's really important. Oh, look, be humble. How funny that I mentioned being humble, and here we are, Spirit saying the same. Be humble. Be humble. Don't think you're better than everybody. No. Yes, keep your heart open. I thought it said no to keep your heart open then, so I misread it. Sorry about that. Shine. New moon in Leo. Shine. Now, obviously, it's not about the new moon in Leo energy, because I'm not really paying attention to the moon cycles in these cards. It's more the message underneath, because they are new moon manifestation cards. Anything else this collective needs to know, Spirit, please? Anything else? Take inspired action. Interesting. Okay. Step up and lead is interesting, because that's stepping into your Empress energy, or Emperor energy. Emperor energy, rather. But really, this is a feminine message. Step up, take your place on the front line. Yes, there's spiritual warfare. Yes, there's people trying to cause divide. And this is why don't be part of that journey, or part of those people also causing divide, because it's egotistical. You don't need to do that. You don't need to make someone feel smaller just because their journey isn't the same as yours, or, you know, they're not dealing with a real twin. You don't know someone's journey. And to be honest with you, that's judgment. And it's like, we all judge, but we're really needing to not judge and just choose love over everything. Which begins with the heart. So, do I need to get some clarity on these? No, I'm not feeling like I need to, so I'm not going to. So, Spirit, what is it this collective needs to know for messages this weekend and for the new moon in Taurus? Obviously, we're in Taurus season, which is all about grounding, but Taurus is also about sensuality and the finer things in life. What does this collective need to know, please? Interesting message straight away. The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. I'm going to clarify. And those people who have found out they're dealing with a false twin, do not think the divine are leaving you out. We've got the Sovereign of Cups. The Sovereign is, I think the Sovereign's the Queen. Yeah, the Queen. Yeah, with the crown there, yeah. Sovereign is the Queen, Ruler's the King. Conqueror is, I believe, the Knight, and the Seeker is the Page in this deck. Threads of Fate, they're amazing. Look, they're just so stunning. I love them so much. We have the 7 of Coins. So, yeah, that's slow moving energy. You're asked for patience. 7 is also Taurus energy. but it's listening more to intuition as well. Then we have the Two of Wands, which is a planning energy. So this is interesting. Tell me more, please. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Two of Cups in the house. So somebody coming in with equal emotion, somebody offering you a relationship. This is beautiful. The World. Yeah. Listen to your intuition. It's coming. The love that you want is coming. The love that you desire is coming. I am going to get some clarity on this. All right. Clarify the Ten of Cups, please, Spirit. Clarify the Ten of Cups. Five of Swords. Conflict. And it's like, there's somebody here who has been through a lot of pain. Like, okay, we all have at some point, but 2112 in the time. What Spirit is saying here, feminine, is when you drop into your heart space, the Two of Cups is around. The Two of Cups could be partnership in business, yes, but this is more about love. It's the card of equal emotion, and the fact that we've got two of Cups says a lot as well. Clarify the Seven of Coins, please. The Death card in reverse. So there's a cycle still to yet close out that's been long-standing, but I feel like it's going to close out in Taurus season. We also have the Chariot here too, which is fast-paced, especially because it's clarifying the Two of Wands, and wands can be days. I'm not saying that is always the case, but, you know. The Cups is also summer energy as well. We have the Nine of Wands clarifying the Two of Cups. The Nine of Wands is a persistence energy, is a resilience energy. It's a fuck me, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. However, I'm standing firm in my beliefs. And when you stand firm in your beliefs, from a place of love, the divine will orchestrate something for you. Clarify the World, please. Three of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work is the words and the phrase I wish to say. Not quite sure what I make of this, but it's got ginseng, matcha, maybe some ginger, lion's mane. It's beautiful, and I'm like that. Woo! We have to be healthy. My immunity needs some assistance. Oh Lord, we have the Sun. The Sun. Gosh. The Sun. The Three of Wands. Now, this is a place of, it's needing to be patient, and Spirit's saying if you're patient and you just focus on you, you will have that happy ever after coming in. It's just going to unfold how it's supposed to. It's as simple as that, really. Yeah, the Hierophant. Now, some of you could have this coming in Taurus season. Could. Do not attach to anything specific, but you could. Very much so. Yes. Okay, so with this energy then, Spirit, what is it the collective need to know? Because this is quite powerful. This is quite powerful. Seeker of Wands, some kind of message possibly. Yeah, the High Sage, High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Listen to your intuition. You know, you kind of know that something is on its way to you. Two of Wands again. Two of Wands again. A giving energy. It's a giving energy. Okay. devil. Don't like the devil. But the devil is here for a reason, so some of you might be a bit guarded because you dealt with something quite difficult before. Let's just see. Oh, the ruler of swords, king of swords. And then we have the 8 of swords. So, you know, you've learnt the truth about something here. You've learnt the truth about something. And it's like, how long is it going to take you to choose yourself? And it's like you're going to learn why it didn't work out with the other person. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. I do feel for those of you that resonate, your person that you were dealing with may feel quite regretful for their actions because they realise they've lost you. And, you know, for some, they do want to return. For some. If they've got the fucking balls to, they will. Sorry, that's very judgmental. I apologise profusely. But it literally is that borderline. If they have got the cojones, they will come forward. If, and if, 2 letters, very big word. They're in their head a lot, and that's why they haven't taken action towards you. They may have closed out something with another person. They may have cut out something with another person. And, you know, this person has not been listening to their higher self in the past. And now they're like, okay, I need to do that. So for a few of you, you do have, I feel like Spirit's giving some of these masculines the time to come forward. Judgment, yeah. Yeah. Spirit are giving some of these masculines the time to come forward. Some, not all. 3 of coins in reverse. Some are getting that opportunity. And that's only if they're choosing the heart center. So they're focusing on the 2 of cups rather than the 5, which is these 3 on the bottom here, right? They're actually focusing on these 2 here. Yeah, 4 of swords. They're doing the healing work. For a lot of them, they are doing healing. And, you know, they're in a dark night of the soul. They could be dealing with some kind of karmic justice as well. But regardless of that, they kind of want to bring in some balance to this connection. Anything else? Queen of Cups, but it came out in reverse. This is somebody you are not nurturing the connection with at all. But there is still an opportunity for them to step forward. It's just whether they do or not, I don't know. Everyone's journey is different. And, you know, if your masculine is choosing fear, let me tell you now, they'll be removed. Even if they were your real twin, they'll still be removed because a new person will come in that the divine and God thinks is better for you. All right? Be prepared for that. You're not attached to anyone specific. It's hard, especially when you've dealt with that for so long, and then, you know, you're presented with another option. You're like, oh, right, okay, so that's who I'm meant to be with. But again, practice non-attachment. Okay, so what else does this collective need to know? Because this is quite specific energy. So do we have this masculine, a group of masculines coming back in? 9 of Wands. Yeah, they're coming in they're coming in to make a stand is the word I'm wanting to say. 9 of Swords. 9-9 portal could be specific for people or relevant for people. We've got the Ace of Swords as well. Key to my heart. Okay, and then we've got the 5 of Wands. There's a real energy of yeah, they don't want to see you as a missed opportunity. And those masculines that really can't bear the thought of you being with someone else are, that was upside down, sorry. They are coming in at some point. They're still holding on to you, and the divine will be giving them a little bit of time to step in. But let me be clear, it won't be a lot of time because they've had long a fucking enough. All right. Clarify the 9 of Wands, please. Yeah, Four of Cups. They genuinely do not want to see you as that missed opportunity. And at the minute, you've left the fucking station. You know, you're on the train and the train has left the station and they're like, oh! So they've been given a little bit of time, but they won't be given a lot. Three of Cups. Yeah, they're anxious to see you. They've got, I think they're worried about what you're up to as well. But look, if someone isn't choosing you, choose yourself. Clarify the Ace of Swords. The more you choose yourself, the more you align with who and what is meant for you. The Hermit and the Page of Cups. For those masculines watching this, or for those feminines watching this, where you have this feeling that somebody you're dealing with is going within and doing the work, they could be going for a dark night of the soul potentially as well. Let me be clear, they will come back. And God will allow them to. It will be your choice if you choose to be with them. Because this bullshit here, 10 of Swords, they want to end the lack of communication. They want to stop all of that. Yeah, they want to stop all of that. The Four of Coins is clarified by Temperance and the Eight of Wands. They want to come in and bring balance. They want to do the healing work. They want to show you that they have changed. They want to come in correct. Clarify the Four of Cups, please. The Ace of Cups. They realise how much they care. Alright, anything else? Strength card. Strength card. And, you know, they realise, in some cases, they realise that they have got their work cut out a little bit because, you know, you're not going to take being second best. You know your worth now. And, you know, you're not going to handle being treated like you don't exist or you don't matter. And this in and out bullshit you will not tolerate because you're in the Empress energy. And with an Empress, you want an Emperor. You want an Emperor. And if it isn't an Emperor, it's literally Goodnight Vienna. No two ways about it. You're not playing small. Six of Cups, but there is a return. There is a return. And with the Magician, the Knight of Swords, and underneath that, the Lovers, there is a return. So all you can do is focus on you, but, you know, for some of you, you do have somebody returning to you. Good Lord, I sound like a broken record. But only allow them in if they're in the right energy. If they're not in the right energy, do not allow this person into your life. But for these masculines here that I'm seeing, to be fair to you, the energy is quite clean. They seem to have done quite a lot of work. So let's just ask the question. If that is the case, let's ask the question. So, this masculine collective here, Spirit, what is it they're coming in to say? To the feminines watching, what is it? And we are not on labels, 33 in the time. We're not about labels here, as you know. What is it they're coming in to say? What is it they're coming in to say? These masculines. What is it they're coming in to say to these people? Wow. Six of Cups. I'm coming for you. The Star. I want a renewal. Keep the faith. I want a renewal. Seeker of Swords. Communication. They want to communicate. They probably will start small, but you'll know by the energy if they're in the right one. If they're in the right energy, you'll know, okay? If they're not in the right energy, you will know to basically shut that fucking door. Yeah, Eight of Coins. They want it to work this time. No matter what that means to you, they want it to work this time. And something else that comes up as well here. For those where the feminine has just been detached and kind of moved away from the idea of being with that person, this could have been a divine plan for many of you, where you were meant to detach so much that your masculine was like, oh my God, I can't be without this person, and then they make the moves. However, I don't know about you, but I would rather be with someone who knew straight the fucking way than someone who had to lose me to come forward. I'm not here for that. And, you know, no judgment to anyone who is, but for me personally, I deserve more than someone who didn't choose me. And that's why I know that this reading is not for my connection, my former connection. And that's okay. But, you know, I'm still here being of service to the collective. I'm still here to channel messages for a collective or collectives. And, you know, this is going to resonate for a lot of people. Ultimately, the masculines who thought they haven't got a chance, they are going to come in and do the work. They are doing the work, and they are going to come in and claim you, per se. And for others, where God has removed that person, you will have someone so much more aligned for you. Yeah, Seeker of Wands. Starting with a little message and bringing it back. Dialing it up a bit, but starting with a little message. They need to come in with a little offer, and a little bit spontaneous, possibly. The moon, which could be around the new moon. Do not attach to anything specific, please. I cannot stress that enough. It's really interesting what they want to say, though. So what do they want to say? Because they're like, I want to come back and claim you. I've done some healing work. I want to heal this connection. I want to have a new beginning. Let's start slowly and build up. But I know this time I want it to work. And, you know, with the moon, this could be some fears that they've been working through. This could be moon-based energy unfolding as we speak. You know, you've just got to be open, all right? Six of Cups is no, I don't want to take that. What's this? Yeah. Temperance. Sorry. Temperance. Clarify the Star. The Three of Wands. Wow. They're definitely coming in. The Jester. The Fool. The Fool. All right, tell me more with the Eight of Coins. Three of Cups. Now, it did try and come out in reverse. So I'm going to say that this is an energy of, they don't want to come in. The Three of Cups in reverse can be overindulgence. It can be infidelity. It can be a few things, to be honest. But they want to come in and do it correct. Clarify the Seeker of Wands. Seven of Cups. This person previously possibly might have treated you as a bit of an option. Possibly. Just don't attach to anything specific. But what comes through is that they're thinking of a number of ways in which to communicate to you. They're thinking about a number of ways in which to communicate. Palace of Swords. So they're in their head about this a little bit. And in the moon cycle that's coming up, that's going to be, yeah, they want to take away this block. They want to communicate with you. They really do want to communicate with you with the Knight of Swords. They want to communicate. And, you know, with the Two of Swords here, this is like the baby High Priestess in normal tarot. They want to make the right decision. They don't want to mess this up. And they also want to come in with this King of Pentacles energy in a strong, stable, masculine energy. Now, for some of you, this could be around this moon cycle that we're in. But do not, I mean, this is pretty much a weekend reading. I may do another one tomorrow. It's very interesting. But I feel like they do want to give it a go. So Very interesting. And for those of you that resonate with this, if this isn't somebody you were dealing with in the past, this is somebody you can trust has done the work. Okay? They've done the work. They've sat in the darkness. They've done the work. They've done the work. Anything else for this collective? Anything else, please, Spirit? Anything else? It's nice, but I think I've had enough of it, to be honest. I will drink it. I will. Seven of Cups in reverse. The confusion is gone. The confusion is gone. Five of Cups. Yeah, they've had enough of not having you. They've had enough of regrets. They've had enough of not having you in their life. They're missing you. Four of Cups. Again, missing you. And then we've got the Sovereign of Cups and the Seven of Coins. So, you know, this energy of wanting to grow something, wanting to sow some seeds. Some of them wish to sow seeds in you. Take that as it resonates. This is not a saucy reading. They will be available tomorrow. Then we've got the... Oh, wow. Then we have the Sun and the Seven of Wands. So, you know, there is this energy of... they want to bring it back. Bring it back. Make it right. Make things right between you. And they're asking for you to just keep the faith. Just be patient. If this resonates, you'll know. You'll know. You'll know. You'll know. So regardless of whether it's a false twin, real twin, fate twin, who cares? This is somebody who the divine are giving the chance to come back to you. And if you want it, then it could well be yours. But when they come in, it will come in correct. Anything else for this collective? Anything else they need to know? Anything else they need to know at this time? Yeah, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Lots to look forward to, Spirit says. Lots to look forward to. King of Cups. You have a King of Cups coming back or coming in. Again, like I said, take it as it resonates. You have choices. Or you may have a choice. We also have the Two of Wands. Again, that's someone planning. That's a movement, alignment as well. The Fool. I don't need this pressure. I don't need this pressure. Why am I singing that? Is that by Spandau Ballet? I don't need this pressure. Oh, that's really weird. It's just a song that's come to me for no reason. You are not going to get your breath with the last card out. Emperor. You're going to have a choice, but you have an Emperor coming in here. In some way. Yeah. Emotionally invested and wanting to date you. No games, no bullshit. And as I said, this could be the person that you believe it to be, but with the devil yeah, Spirit's saying you have this person returning that you feel like you've got this undeniable bond and connection with, but you also have someone who will offer you what you want. Not the too tumultuous, in and out bollocks that you've been used to. It's stable, yeah, to a sort. You don't want that shit. You've got to decide if you can handle that again. Because if that's the energy they're coming back in, you're not going to be interested in that, I don't think. You're going to send them on their merry way. Page of Cups. Be open to receive from the universe. But I do feel for many of you, there is that Emperor coming in, who is a divinely guided and destined connection. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have time for today. I have talked for 45 minutes. So if you'd like any of my services, if you'd like a clearing, shamanic healing, a past life clearing, a past life regression, a coaching session, an activation session for your gifts, a reading, please email me zoe@thesassyspiritualist.co.uk or head over to my Instagram, thesassyspiritualist1111. There is only one of me and I'm verified, so you can't get mixed up with a fraudster. I'm also going to be launching womb healing very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Toodaloo!